Alright, so I know that the background is pretty boring and I don't have the greatest lighting situation here, but I want to quickly share my thoughts on The Accountant, which is a new movie starring Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, and Jon Bernthal. I loved this movie. This is an extremely well-made and absolutely engrossing movie with a great central performance. I have to remind you that this is not an action thriller that the trailers make it seem like. This is more of a quiet character study that has some fantastic action sequences. The action and the visceral thrill are not the main focus here. It's all about this accountant played by Ben Affleck. It's all about who he is, what he does, and what made him the way he is. One of the things I loved about it is that it takes its time to flesh out his characters and unfold this mystery behind him. Nowadays, we rarely see films that ask us audiences to, pay attention and make you think. A lot of blockbusters these days just, throw things at you and give exposition so you won't get bored. You don't really use your brain. So I cherish films that demand you to actively engage in. Films like Steve Jobs, Carol, both of which, by the way, were my favorites from last year. Another thing I loved about this movie is that it's a film about people dealing with the past. Events from the past, experiences from the past that shaped them the way they are. So kudos to the screenwriter, whose name I can't pronounce because my English is terrible and I can't pronounce very complicated names. Let's quickly talk about Ben Affleck here because he is great in this film. People will always refer to him as, Bruce Wayne / Batman because of BVS, but in this movie he gives a quiet and very subtle performance. I also loved the way he played this character because this accountant suffers from autism, and when it comes to characters with disabilities, Hollywood tends to go way over the top for no reason, but this movie, he does it really well. His performance is genuine, it's authentic, and it's very nuanced, and it's not over the top at all, and he's great. Also, major props to director Gavin O'Connor, who made one of the most underrated films of this decade, Warrior. He does a great job of balancing the drama and action, and although the tone gets a little bit inconsistent at times, I thought he did a great job. I do have some problems with the film, and one of them being the main plot involving this company that this accountant works for. I thought it was kind of generic, it's uninteresting, it's one of those B-movie plots that doesn't really add up to anything. But that's because everything else involving this accountant, including his backstory, his personality, and his badass assassin skills, are more interesting and compelling. So this main plot is kind of just there to make the accountant do something. And also, Anna Kendrick doesn't get to do much here. Now, personally, I think she's a really good actor and she's a lovely screen presence, but she doesn't get to do much here. She's kind of just there. But overall, this is a damn good recommendation. I really enjoyed watching The Accountant. Think of it as less flashy and stylish version of John Wick, but with rich character development and this Bourne Identity kind of vibe throughout. Yeah, that's what The Accountant is like. I'm gonna give The Accountant an A-. It is one of my favorite movies of this year. I don't think this is gonna stay on my top 10 at the end of the year, but still, this is a really good movie. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel as well, and please check out my Facebook page down below, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on The Accountant. So if you see the movie, make sure to come back and leave your thoughts down below, because I think this is really good.